New hole?
Sure. Well, God, I feel like we should just fish this front face down real quick. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Big one. Big one. Come on, come back for it. Wow. Oh, he just took a swipe at it. Dang, right at the boat too. Big fish, man. Big fish. Oh. Whew. That got my heart going. If I was 10 feet further back, oh, I think that thing would have bit. That was a really big fish. Unbelievable. We've been looking at a lot of cabbage beds, and one thing that I've seen, is like weeds are just so incredibly important. So I love fishing reefs and all that stuff. And right now you'd look, and we're in the back end of a bay and it's fall, you'd be like, why would you fish there? The tendency is fish to move out into the big lake. Right now we're finding anywhere there's good weeds, there's big fish. And I just had a giant muskie come roll on this bait, like a big one, like what we're coming to Lac Seul for. One thing I really pay attention to as well when I'm pulling into a spot is looking for food. And oftentimes, like you'll pull up to a spot and you'll be in that 30 feet of water or whatever, and you start to see walleyes, right? So like this spot, we just saw a giant fish in. The cool thing was, as we pulled into this bay, the break coming up to it just loaded with walleyes on the front face. The back end of it had perch following our muskie baits in. So most of the places we've been to, they just haven't had a lot of life. So you start to see life like that. If you see walleyes, perch, those bait fish, a lot of times, even if you fish and you don't see a muskie, there's probably one in the area, and that was definitely the case where there's food, there's life in this bay, and voila, there's a big muskie. Muskie fishing is all about timing. Well, a lot of fishing for that matter, but you just don't get that many opportunities. And right now, we're 2 days till full moon, and moonrise is at 7 p.m. and sunset's at about 8 o'clock, and it's really that magic time. So just because you fish all day, and sometimes muskie fishing's hard, you might not see much, but during those prime times, be on your best spots. If you haven't seen a fish yet for the trip, pick an area that looks really good, you've got confidence in, or of course go back to areas where you've seen big fish. We haven't seen anything today. It's been really slow. We've had bad weather, but it's, in the last 30 minutes we've had a giant one up, and then another one just came up. We've seen a couple now show up on the depth finder in this neck down. It's like things are happening. So we're getting close to moonrise. You can already see the action is picking up. Oh, missed him. Dang it, I felt him too. Nice one. God darn it. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Big one. Big one. Come on, come back for it. Wow. Oh, he just took a swipe at it. Dang, right at the boat too. Big fish, man. Big fish. Oh, here she comes, here she comes. Ooh, you see her come up on it? That's a big one, boys. There she was. That's a big, I think that one was even bigger. That was a big one. That was a big one, man. Did you see that thing?
I did not.
Man, that thing was big. Holy mackerel. It's back, everything just came out of the water. It was unbelievable. That thing was a giant one. Big one. That's 3 fish in a spot about as long as the boat. 3 different ones. Oh, look at this one. Oh, you see him? That's a nice one, man. That's a different fish. That one was bigger. Oof. Wow, that was cool. That was a nice fish there, man. Nice one. Ooh, we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one. I mean, that's when you come to a place like Lac Seul. I mean, my favorite place in the world is to fish up here in Sunset Country. But you come to these places, and they're so vast. And it's so unspoiled that it just feels like you could really catch like a scary sea monster. And that's just one of the fun things about this. And as your week goes on and you start seeing a fish here, a fish there, some of these spots you pull into and you're like shaking as you pull up because you know the potential of what could be down there. It is just so fun.